Good afternoon and cruise news time for you today. This is Danny with Sandy Destinations. Got three good stories for you today. First off, third Carnival cruise ship to receive the new livery during its dry dock. Next, we got the CDC that tweaks cruise ship guidance for guests and crew. And third, we will be talking about Royal Caribbean, and they will begin randomly selecting test cruise volunteers. So let's just get right into it. The Carnival Dream will be the third Carnival cruise ship that has went into dry dock to receive their new livery design. Uh, Carnival Dream looks all new as the vessel adorns the red, white, and blue hull design that will eventually roll out across all ships in the fleet. Carnival Cruise Line continues to roll out the new design across the fleet as Carnival Dream becomes the third vessel to receive the new look in the dry dock. The new red, white, and blue was added during dry dock taking place in France. The design is inspired by the Navy sailor uniforms and the iconic colors of the cruise line, which are featured on the funnel. The colors are also showcase Carnival as America's cruise line, as it makes a comeback through the summer after more than a year on hold. Even though Carnival Dream is the third to receive the new design during dry dock, she's actually the fourth ship to adorn the look. Of course, as we all know, Mardi Gras was the first to showcase the new design that was constructed in Finland. Carnival then decided to roll that look out across all of its fleet. Carnival Magic and Glory have already received their new design. In fact, just last week, the cruise line released a new photo of Carnival Glory uh, in France. The Carnival Dreams dry dock is not a major upgrade and more of a routine maintenance. However, it's a chance for a cruise line will have to make some minor upgrades such as carpeting and decor. In 2017, the ship received a major upgrade with all the fun 2.0 enhancements, including the popular Guy's Burger joint. The vessel, which is the first of her class, has remained on hold for more than 16 months. Currently, the ship is scheduled to restart sailings September 5th of 2021, but that could change as cruise lines have not yet confirmed its September restart plan. The ship's first cruise back is a 6-day Western Caribbean out of Galveston, Texas. The Dream first entered service in 2009 as 130,000 gross tons with a guest capacity of 3,646 at double occupancy. The Valor will be the next ship in the fleet to receive the new design, and that is set to be completed by the end of July. All right, next, the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention has added new verbiage to the conditional sail order. This has been the first update to the CSO since May of 26. The new measures now include that cruise ship operators should not just have protocols in place for unvaccinated guests in U.S. ports, but must now have measures to handle any occurrences of COVID in all foreign ports. This then plays into the insurance requirement that the cruise lines have been adopting over the past weeks. The updates to the CSO from the CDC come at a time when ships have been sailing for a few weeks now. Possibly the CDC noticed shortcomings in their procedures and have now attempted to rectify those. The CDC also updated its protocols for testing crew members on board, increasing this from 14-day intervals to 7-day intervals if the vessel is anything else but noted as green status. The new measures ensure that cruise ships and cruise companies have extensive protocols in place for when unvaccinated guests have been confirmed as positive for COVID-19 on board the ship, or who have not been declared negative in the past 90 days while the vessel is sailing in foreign ports. The new protocols should include how much the cruise ships intend to disembark and house those suspected or confirmed of COVID-19. Needed shore-based hospital treatment for themselves and their travel partners for the duration of the quarantine or isolation period. This should also include how the cruise companies intend to handle the U.S.-based person with COVID and close contacts. The CDC states this is stated this on their website. Cruise ship operators must have a protocol for managing persons with COVID-19 and close contact who are not fully vaccinated and did not recover from COVID-19 in the previous 90 days at all foreign ports of call. Disembarkation and housing of persons with suspected or confirmed COVID-19 need shore-based hospital care and their travel companions for the duration of the isolation or quarantine period. And then commercial or U.S.-based persons with COVID-19 and close contacts only after meeting criteria to end isolation and quarantine per CDC guidance. For commercial or foreign-based persons with COVID-19 close contact, cruise ship operators must consult with all relevant public health authorities. It would seem that before the U.S. citizen is allowed to return to the United States, the cruise line needs to ensure that a person and close contacts perform a quarantine period in a foreign country before returning to the United States. However, most cruise lines have already worked around this by making quarantine areas available on board. This measure would come into play when large-scale outbreaks happened on board, sometimes, which is unlikely, with the current measures in place. And finally, good news for those who made time to sign up to become a volunteer of the seas. For Royal Caribbean simulated cruises, the cruise line will begin selecting people randomly, and there is still time to have a chance if any kind of cruise is long overdue. The time has arrived for volunteers of the seas. Royal Caribbean has plenty of simulated sailings coming up, and the cruise line has announced that it will begin randomly selecting volunteer passengers this week. It comes after more than 350,000 people responded and showed their interest in becoming test passengers this year. The cruise line set up a Volunteer of the Seas Facebook group last year due to the huge interest and popularity of being on a simulated cruise. A sign-up page was set up when people were able to register their details in hopes of being selected. Royal Caribbean has decided to move forward with electing volunteers, but will be closing down the application page. Those interested and 18 years old and over only have until the end of end of yesterday to sign up, the cruise line said. The time is here after receiving an incredible 350,000 passenger plus response last year from people interested in becoming Royal Caribbean's Volunteers of the Seas. This week, Royal Caribbean will be randomly selecting and extending invites to registered volunteers to participate in upcoming simulated cruises. If you applied, stay tuned to your email for news in the coming days and follow the conversation on this page. Good luck and hope to welcome you aboard very soon. That's what Royal Caribbean said. A simulated sailing is not going to be like a usual cruise, though, however. There will be health personnel from the U.S. Center of Disease Control and Prevention on board to assist the cruise line's protocols and procedures. Protocols will be stress test, and if all goes well, the ship will then receive its conditional sailing certificate from the CDC. Freedom of the Seas and Serenade of the Seas are the first ships to complete the simulated sailings. Freedom of the Seas has already been approved and is currently sailing out of Miami, Florida with paying passengers. With most test sailings on the way, the cruise line will need more volunteers. A further 7 vessels are to sail a test cruise in the coming weeks, including 3 Oasis-class ships. Serenade of the Seas just completed its test voyage in Alaska and should receive its certificate soon. So there you go. Once again, I hope you enjoyed this cruise news. Please subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell. I'd appreciate it, and thank you in advance for doing that. If you have any questions that you'd like answered, don't hesitate to email at sandydestination2019@gmail.com. As well, if you would like to get help planning your next cruise vacation, don't hesitate to give me a holler. Again, thank you, and we'll talk to you again soon. Have a great day.